Hey, Eagle fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome to Philadelphia Eagles Now here on a Wednesday. We're going to jump into the latest Eagle news and rumors, a lot of injury updates in today's video, as well as a look at the Giants game coming up on Sunday. First, though, we have a mailbag video coming up on either Friday or Saturday of this week. So get your mailbag questions, your Thanksgiving questions in the comment section right now down below using the hashtag Eagles. You must be a subscriber to get your question answered. So you can ask all you want, but by checking you're not a subscriber, you're not going to get polled and shown on our next upcoming mailbag video. So go down below, ask away, hashtag Eagles down right now. All right, so jump into the latest Eagles news and rumors. A lot of little bullet points I want to jump into here first, and then get into some more news here later on in the video. We start with the TJ Edwards extension, which is a little bit of a surprise. Philadelphia has locked up 3 young defenders for the next couple of years in terms of, Avonte Maddox's new contract, Dallas Goedert on offense for a couple of years, and then, of course, now TJ Edwards on a 1-year deal. $3.2 million is the total contract, about $2.15 guaranteed, and we forget that he's actually playing some really good football right now. I mean, last game, he had an interception, he had a fumble recovery, he had 10 tackles, he led the team. He's honestly the best linebacker Philadelphia has on their squad right now. Even Pro Football Focus has him as the 22nd highest graded linebacker the entire season this year, which is not, top 5, top 10. He's not a game-changing linebacker, but from where the Eagles were at one point this season at the linebacker position, I would just absolutely rip them, week after week after week. Singleton has gotten better. Obviously, Davion Taylor, we'll talk about him in just a couple of seconds here in terms of his injury, but TJ Edwards is playing very, very good football, and so it's nice to see him get rewarded. They didn't give him some sort of massive contract that's going to break the bank. It's a nice, small, 1-year deal saying, hey, we appreciate what you've done. Come on back and do it again next year, and then if you do it again next year, we might give you an even bigger contract. So I don't think this rules out the option that Philadelphia can still draft a linebacker early-ish in next year's draft, 2nd round, 3rd round, 4th round. We've talked about this over the past couple of weeks here, but I do think that it is a good depth and a nice, I think, show to other young Eagles that if you perform well, mostly Avonte Maddox and obviously Dallas Goedert, they will give you a nice contract and make sure you're locked up and you're a bird for a very, very long time. Now, speaking of Davion Taylor, the bright young linebacker we drafted in the 3rd round a couple of years ago, who has been starting the past couple of weeks, he has a little bit of a setback. He's headed to short-term IR with a knee sprain. He suffered it in practice last week and kind of tweaked it again in the win against the Saints. Came out of the game early in that one. So Taylor is going to be at least out the next 3 weeks here, which is kind of a, it's not a massive blow because he wasn't necessarily balling at linebacker, but he was playing very, very well and was getting better with each game. And so it's a bummer to see, but he will be back in the next couple of weeks here after his 3-week short-term IR stint, get healthy with that knee injury. Other injury news here, we wrap this one up with Jordan Howard, who, of course, went out of last week's game after kind of a rough hit where he was hit low and then kind of rolled onto his head. I thought it was a concussion, but is in fact a knee sprain as well. Not as serious as Davion Taylor's, though. He was expected to go ahead and miss Sunday against the New York Giants, but he should be back week 13 based on everything that I have read. So no Jordan Howard, no Davion Taylor on Sunday. The Howard one, though, is not as significant, which means expect a lot more Boston Scott. I mean, Howard was probably the primary ball carrier behind Miles Sanders. Not primary. He was the primary ball carrier behind Miles Sanders last week and still continues to be. It's just a breath of fresh air, pounding the football up the middle. He will then, of course, not be there on Sunday, meaning it'll be Sanders first. So he's going to have hopefully a big game against a very porous bottom 5 run defense with the New York Giants. And then you'll see Boston Scott, the number 2, and now Kenny Gainwell should be activated on Sunday as he was inactive on Sunday, and it's kind of the odd running back out of that 4-man group. So there, of course, is the latest bullet point updates here. Kind of quick things where we jump into more of the news and rumors of the show. First, though, ad break, pin comment down below. Answer this question: which of the injuries of Davion Taylor or of Jordan Howard is a bigger one? Which one is going to hurt the Eagles a little bit more? Type D down below for Davion Taylor or type J down below for Jordan Howard. All right, we talk a lot about Jalen Hurts on the channel, and obviously for a reason. He's the number 1 quarterback on this roster, and he's the quarterback, hopefully, of the future. And we've gone back and forth on, he's playing great football, he's playing poor football, he makes good decisions, bad decisions. However, over the past couple of weeks, Jalen Hurts has really skyrocketed into a whole new level. And I think that the statistics of this are quite impressive. I mean, he has 8 rushing touchdowns, which leads all quarterbacks in 2021. More than Lamar Jackson, more than Kyler Murray. Big factor is that Hurts has been healthy, and of course, those 2 quarterbacks have not. But he has 8 rushing touchdowns. He's on pace for 34 total touchdowns this year, which is a crazy number. I mean, Dan Orlovsky, of course, ESPN, he's on Get Up, he's on NFL Live, he's a big fan of Jalen Hurts. He said just the other day, quote, he's the quarterback for the future, which I've been saying, obviously, for the past couple of weeks. The other crazy stat we have right now for Jalen Hurts is that he has the highest QBR in the National Football League over the past 5 weeks. like out of anybody. Like, that's better than Tom Brady or Justin Herbert or Dak Prescott, who got a lot of praise and a lot of MVP discussion over the first couple of weeks of the season. Hurts is absolutely balling out, and the fact that we are finally at this point in November 24th, honestly, is kind of a referendum on us as Eagle fans, and I'll call myself out here as well. I was up and down on the roller coaster of Jalen Hurts this year. I'm sure there's a video at somewhere on my channel where I talked about how I wasn't sure if Hurts was going to be the quarterback of the future next year. However, as we've tried to point out as much as we can, he still is so young. And he still is so fresh. He had 4 starts going into this year. And then it's like he has 6 starts. And then he has 7 starts and 8 starts. Like, that's it. In the entire National Football League, most quarterbacks in their rookie year, which is technically where Hurts is still at because of based on the fact that he's only played in, probably 14, 15 games right now. He hasn't even played a full season amount of games. Most of them struggle early. And the fact that Hurts has been balling out recently shows just how quickly he's able to progress and gives him an extremely bright future, not just at the end of this season, but hopefully going into 2022 as well. What also is fantastic is the next opponents he's going to face. He's not going to face a top 15 defense at all the next 5 weeks. I mean, literally, Giants this Sunday, which we'll talk about here. We'll preview that video or that game plan in just a couple of minutes. But the Giants have a bottom 6, bottom 7 defense. They're like 28th overall in total defense. The Jets are a bottom 5 defense. That's not a good defense either. Washington has a better defense, but statistically they're not ranked very high. They've given up a lot of points this year and have not been a top 5 defense that many people consider them to be going into the season. Obviously, no Chase Young as he tore his ACL 2 games ago, and so less pass rush there coming from either of the sides of the defensive line. The Giants again, you see them again, Washington again, and so those are going to be, I think, trickier games the second time around because both those teams will have seen Jalen Hurts and the Eagle run attack at least in a full game, and so they have a better chance to scheme against them. But again, the point here is that Hurts continues to ball. Top 5 QBR the past 5 weeks. Leads the league in terms of quarterback rushing touchdowns. On pace for 34 rushing touchdowns, or 34 total touchdowns. And the schedule is very easy coming up here. There's a chance they could go 4-1. If they go 4-1 the next 5 weeks, they're going to go to the playoffs. If they go 5-0, they have a chance to win the division. Because if Dallas can still take a couple of steps back here, they're only 3 or 4 games out. And right now, with the Eagles playing the Cowboys in Week 17, it's still a possibility. So, oh man, it's fun right now. What's your confidence level in Jalen Hurts right now? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, final 6 weeks of the year, your confidence level is it an 8, a 9, a 10? I'm at like an 8 right now. I'm very confident. I don't get crazy here because the Giants are a divisional opponent. We'll talk about that. But still, I'm very confident. You guys should be too. Let me know your confidence level down below right now. Okay, before we go ahead and get into the Eagles-Giants preview, there's a crazy good sale right now on this Eagle hoodie that's originally $70. It's 50% off, $35 on a Black Friday sale. You can pick it up right now by going to chatsports.com/Eagles hoodie is the link that you need. It's on the screen right now. It'll be down below in the description box. And of course, it is Black Friday. There are a ton of great deals, and this is one of the best ones that I was able to find. It's freezing in Atlanta right now, so I might need to cop this hoodie as well to stay warm and rep Philadelphia as they make a run towards the postseason. Or it's a great Christmas gift for that Eagle lover in your life. Chatsports.com/Eagles hoodie, 50% off, and only $35, normally $70. So link down below right now in the description box. All right, quickly, we wrap the show up by wrapping it up with a matchup preview. Eagles versus Giants. Philadelphia, a 3.5-point road favorite here. Over-under sits at 46. And, of course, on the road, normally a tough place to go play. Philadelphia has been very good on the road. It's the home games you have to worry about, except for last week when they absolutely rolled against the Saints. The Giants are a team in turmoil. They're not winning a lot of football games. They're turning the football over at an incredible rate. The receivers aren't playing well. And now, just yesterday, the Giants fired their offensive coordinator, Jason Garrett, of course, the former coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Now, this is not a surprise because Garrett had really not been producing well, and you could see that the entire year. I'm surprised it took this long. I think Joe Judge is probably going to be next, but Freddie Kitchens, the former Browns head coach, is going to go ahead and take over the play calling duties for the Giants. This is a very gettable football game, and I know that it's a divisional game, and so anything can happen. There are some points in terms of the Giants that do scare me. I think that they have a little bit of an interesting defense, kind of a unique defense, not necessarily talented, but they do have some things that are a little tricky there for Philadelphia. And I do think that Saquon Barkley is a little bit scary. He's back from his ankle injury, and he can, at any time, have a massive game, and he's due a massive game. And I'm not sure Philadelphia's run defense is as good as it's been the past couple of weeks, simply based on the fact that Philadelphia has had leads and teams that like Denver and the Saints have been throwing. And so it'd be nice to see Philadelphia shut down Saquon Barkley. I'm not saying they can. I mean, they totally can. But that's the one thing that scares me. Other than that, their receivers have been extremely underwhelming. I mean, literally terrible. Their offensive line has been bad. Daniel Jones turned the football over multiple times, expecting their Darius Slay interception. And I think they can be absolutely run all over in terms of hopefully Boston Scott and alongside Miles Sanders, who's probably, I think he's going to have a 100-yard game on Sunday. So, again, this is one of those ones you should win. If the Eagles are going to be legit, they got to win this one because it'll be a big setback if they lose. You get to 500. You continue to kind of build towards that postseason run. But it is going to be a divisional game, and so we hold our breath and hope that Philadelphia is able to go ahead and hold on. Give me your score prediction for Eagles-Giants down below in the comment section right now. I'm feeling good about this one. I think it's going to be one of those 30-17 sort of victories, but again, it could be low scoring. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? So give me your predictions down below right now in the comments section. We end, of course, saying one more time, mailbag video coming up next couple of weeks. Hashtag Eagles down, a couple of days, sorry. Hashtag Eagles down below in the comment section to get your question asked. If you're a subscriber, the odds of it being answered are actually pretty darn good. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, as we always appreciate that. Have a great Thanksgiving tomorrow. Enjoy the time with your family. Be on the lookout for more Eagle videos on Friday and Saturday of this week as we get ready for Eagles-Giants as the birds are rolling right in time for Turkey Day. Again, for Philadelphia Eagles Now, I'm Thomas Mott, signing off. Enjoy the rest of your day.